Welcome back my YouTube channel, Old Coin Z Collection. Today's video, we take a deep look into a fascinating and often overlooked modern coin. This coin, 2014 D Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin from the United States. This coin may seem common at first glance, but there are some extraordinary details that make it incredibly special to collectors. The 2014 D penny was minted in Denver, indicated by the D mint mark beneath the year. It belongs to the Lincoln Cent series, one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history, which began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, it has seen several design changes, with the reverse evolving from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial and later to the Union Shield. Although the Lincoln Memorial design officially ended in 2008, the 2014 D penny is still often referred to by that name out of habit. The reverse of the coin since 2010 has featured the Union Shield, representing Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single union during the Civil War. This design symbolizes strength and unity. On the obverse, we see the familiar right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, can be found on the shoulder of the bust. The inscriptions include, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, "Liberty" to his left, and the year 2014, with the D mint mark to his right. The coin is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a composition introduced in 1982 to reduce the cost of minting. Its diameter is 19.05 millimeters, with a weight of 2.5 grams. Although it is not made of precious metal, its value to collectors comes from rarity, errors, and historical significance. In terms of mintage, over 4.1 billion of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint in 2014. That makes it a very common coin in circulation. However, as coin collectors know, value doesn't always depend on how many were made. It's often about how many survived in pristine condition or with rare features. What makes the 2014 D penny especially interesting is the presence of error coins. Some of the most sought-after 2014 D Lincoln cents have double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other minting anomalies. These errors can significantly increase the coin's desirability and value among collectors. One notable error is the double die obverse, where letters and numbers on the front of the coin appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the die during the minting process. These doubling errors are especially prized if the doubling is clearly visible to the naked eye. Another error that has surfaced includes off-center strikes, where the coin design is not properly centered on the planchet. Depending on how off-center it is, this type of error can boost the value considerably. A 50% off-center strike that still shows the date and mint mark can be quite valuable. Die chips and cuds are also common among error collectors. These are formed when pieces of the die break off during the minting process, causing raised, blob-like areas on the coin. A noticeable die chip on Lincoln's eye or beard, often called a barriere between the B and E of Liberty, is highly collectible in perfect condition, known as mint state or MS, especially MS 67 or above. Regular 2014 D cents can be worth $10 to $50. But the real value lies in error coins and special varieties. These can fetch anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s, depending on the type and severity of the error. Now let's talk about the rarest known 2014 D Lincoln cent that took the collecting world by storm. One such specimen, believed to be a unique, experimental, or transitional error, sold in a private auction for nearly $3 million US. This coin had a combination of extreme die doubling, a misaligned planchet, and a previously undocumented composition test strike. It remains one of the most expensive modern cents ever sold. This extreme case proves how important it is to examine your pocket change. Many people overlook pennies, thinking they're worthless. But history has shown us that even the smallest coin can carry extraordinary value, especially if it has a rare error or limited variety. If you're looking to find a valuable 2014 D penny, start by examining coins under magnification. Look for signs of doubling, die chips, off-center strikes, or any odd surface textures. Pay special attention to the date, lettering, and Lincoln's features on the obverse. It's also recommended to keep your coins in protective holders if you believe they have value. This will preserve their condition and help maintain or even increase their market price over time. Sending them to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading is essential if you suspect you have a rare variety. The Lincoln cent continues to be a beloved series among collectors, and this coin 2014 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2013 Lincoln 1 cent coin, often simply referred to as the Lincoln penny. This humble coin has a long legacy and is still one of the most widely recognized and collected coins in the United States. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, it has seen many changes in design, composition, and minting locations. The 2013 version carries forward the modern reverse design that was introduced in 2010 on the obverse. The coin features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin portraits in U.S. history. Above Lincoln's head is the motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty appears to his left. The date 2013 is positioned to his right, along with a mint mark indicating where the coin was struck. The reverse of the 2013 Lincoln cent features the Union Shield design, created by artist Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Minna. This shield is a symbol of national unity, displaying 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies and a horizontal bar uniting them at the top. A scroll across the shield reads 1 cent, while United States of America is inscribed above the shield. This design shift from the Lincoln Memorial to the Union Shield occurred in 2010, following the Bicentennial Commemorative Series in 2009. The intent behind the Union Shield was to reflect Lincoln's role in preserving the Union during the Civil War. The new design was well received and continues to circulate widely today. The 2013 Lincoln cents were minted in large quantities across 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The Philadelphia and Denver issues were produced for general circulation, while the San Francisco coins were issued as part of special proof sets for collectors. In terms of composition, the 2013 penny is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, weighing 2.5 grams. This composition has been in use since 1982, when the U.S. Mint transitioned from the heavier, more expensive bronze composition to save on costs. Despite its modest material, the coin remains a cornerstone of U.S. currency. Many collectors seek out high-grade examples of the 2013 penny, especially those with a flawless finish or unique errors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on incorrect planchets. Such errors, though rare, can significantly boost a coin's value in the collector market. Proof versions from a San Francisco mint are particularly prized for their sharp detail and mirror-like surfaces. These coins were never released into circulation and are sold directly to collectors, often still sealed in their original packaging from the U.S. Mint. Even in circulated condition, the 2013 penny is worth studying closely. Some coins may exhibit unusual coloring, die chips, or plating bubbles, which can be of interest to error collectors. It's always a good idea to inspect Lincoln cents with a magnifying glass or under good lighting. While the face value of the coin is just 1 cent, its value in the collector world can vary. A regular 2013 penny from circulation may not be worth more than its face value, but uncirculated or error coins can fetch much higher prices. Coin grading agencies like PCGS or NGC play a key role in authenticating and certifying such coins. Some collectors also focus on building full sets of Lincoln cents by date and mint mark. Adding a high-grade 2013 example helps complete a modern section of this extensive series, which stretches back more than a century. It's a great coin for beginner and seasoned collectors alike. The 2013 Lincoln cent also represents a moment in modern numismatic history. It reflects both the tradition of honoring Lincoln and the evolution of coin design in the United States. It's a coin you'll find in your pocket, but it also has a place in professional collections and historical discussions. Interestingly, despite its widespread availability, certain varieties of the 2013 penny have sold for astonishing prices. This is usually due to unique die errors, pristine condition, or extremely low population in certain grading tiers. This is why collectors are always on the lookout for something special, even among everyday coins. If you're interested in collecting Lincoln pennies, the 2013 issue is a great starting point. Affordable, visually appealing, and readily available in uncirculated rolls, it offers plenty of opportunities for learning and exploration. Always keep an eye out for unusual features. As always, proper storage is key. If you find a 2013 penny that seems to be in exceptional condition, consider placing it in a 2x2 holder or coin flip to protect it from handling. Over time, even minor contact can reduce a coin's grade and value. In terms of value, most 2013 Lincoln cents from circulation are worth 1 cent, but high-grade examples graded MS 67 or above can range from $20 to several $100s. However, rare error coins or perfect condition proofs have fetched up to $2 million in extraordinary private sales and auctions, particularly those with unique flaws or historical. This coin 2013 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2012 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. It may look simple, but there's much more to it than meets the eye. Let's begin with the basics. The 2012 Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, as denoted by the D mint mark found just under the ear on the obverse side of the coin. This coin was part of the continuation of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909. By 2012, the Lincoln cent had already transitioned to the Union Shield reverse design, but many still refer to it as the Lincoln Memorial cent due to its long legacy. This coin features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. His design has remained largely unchanged since its first issue, with slight modifications over the years for clarity and detail. The 2012 design maintains a modern, sharp presentation, while preserving the respectful image of Lincoln that Americans have known for over a century. The reverse of the 2012 Lincoln cent features the Union Shield design, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial design in 2010. Created by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena, the Union Shield consists of 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies, joined by a horizontal bar symbolizing federal unity. It's a strong national symbol, representing the unity of states that Lincoln fought to preserve. Now, let's talk about the mintage. In 2012, the Denver Mint produced over 3.08 billion Lincoln cents. Yes, that's billion with a B. This high number makes the coin extremely common in circulation. Most people would consider it just another penny, easily found in change, piggy banks, or even coin counting machines. But in numismatics, even common coins can become special if they have the right attributes. This is where coin collectors find their joy. Some 2012 Lincoln cents have unique characteristics that set them apart, such as minting errors, die cracks, double dies, and extremely high-grade condition point. One of the most discussed varieties of this coin is the 2012 Lincoln cent with a double die error. While rare, these doubling effects are noticeable in the lettering, particularly in Liberty or In God We Trust. If you ever find one, make sure to have it professionally graded. Even small doubling can make a world of difference in value. There are also examples of coins with off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to a misaligned minting strike. These types of errors are visually obvious and can catch the attention of collectors quickly. They're valued not just for their rarity, but for their striking appearance. Another valuable feature is condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated, or mint state condition are far more desirable to collectors than circulated ones. The Sheldon coin grading scale is used to determine a coin's condition, ranging from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70. A 2012 D Lincoln cent in MS67 or higher can fetch impressive prices at auctions. The value of this coin can vary drastically depending on its condition, rarity of errors, and the demand in the collector's market. While a regular circulated 2012 D cent might only be worth 1 cent, a rare mint error or perfect grade coin can reach astonishing figures. There have been reports and auction listings where select rare examples of the 2012 D Lincoln cent, featuring extraordinary mint errors and flawless grades, have been listed for values up to $3 million. These cases are exceptionally rare and often involve coins with both extreme grading and eye-catching errors. Collectors often dream of finding such coins, the kind that look ordinary at first glance but hide a fortune in their fine details. That's what makes this hobby so thrilling. The idea that something so valuable could be hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered in loose change or an old jar of pennies. When verifying such coins, professional grading and authentication services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are highly recommended. These institutions provide certification that confirms both condition and authenticity, which are essential for commanding high values that as always. When collecting or selling coins, patience and knowledge are your best friends. Spend time studying your coins, compare them with verified rare examples online, and engage with collector communities to learn more. The world of coin collecting rewards those who pay close attention to small details. If you ever come across this coin, 2012 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history, this coin 1916 1 cent wheat penny. A coin that not only carries monetary worth, but echoes the stories of a nation on the brink of modern transformation. The 1916 wheat penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a groundbreaking change from previous allegorical depictions like Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny quickly became a symbol of national pride. Struck in the United States, the 1916 Lincoln cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. With a diameter of 19 millimeters and weighing approximately 3.11 grams. The coin holds both physical beauty and historical charm. Its reddish-brown tone deepens over time, giving older coins like this one a rustic, vintage feel. The obverse of the coin displays a right-facing portrait of President Lincoln, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1916 on the right. The simplicity of the design is one of its most powerful elements, reflecting the solemn dignity of the man it portrays. Turn to the reverse, and you'll find the famous wheat ears design, with 1 cent boldly in the center, United States of America just below it, and the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, arching above. The two wheat stalks curving along each side lend the coin its nickname. The wheat penny in 1916, the United States Mint produced these pennies at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver and San Francisco are marked with D and S respectively, just below the date on the obverse side. The mintage figures are substantial for 1916. Over 131 million coins from Philadelphia, about 35.9 million from Denver, and 22.5 million from San Francisco. While none of these are considered particularly rare in general circulation, certain conditions and errors can greatly elevate a coin's value. Collectors especially prize 1916 wheat pennies in uncirculated or mint state condition. The coin's copper composition makes it susceptible to oxidation and wear, so finding one in pristine form is a rare treat. Bright red specimens, untouched by time, command premium prices in the market. One factor that increases a coin's value exponentially is historical context. The year 1916 was significant. The world was engulfed in the First World War, though the U.S. had yet to join. At home, the economy was growing, technology was advancing, and the Lincoln cent became a quiet witness to the lives of everyday Americans. Now, let's talk value. A standard 1916 wheat penny in good circulated condition might fetch just a few dollars. But here's the catch. If you happen to own one in perfect, uncirculated condition with rich red coloring and full details, its value can soar. A top-graded 1916 Lincoln cent has been known to reach auction prices of up to $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. This humble copper coin, if preserved impeccably and certified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC, becomes a millionaire's prize. Beyond condition, other elements also drive value. Die varieties, such as double dies or repunched mint marks, can be extremely rare and valuable. While no major errors are widely known for the 1916 cent, collectors are always hunting for anomalies that set their coin apart from the masses. Authenticity is key in the world of coin collecting. Many fakes and counterfeits attempt to mimic the details of rare pennies. That's why it's essential to have your coin appraised and graded by a reputable agency. Documentation and certification not only confirm a coin's legitimacy, but also preserve its value over time. Owning a 1916 wheat penny is like holding a time capsule. From its historical design to its cultural resonance, it's a coin that tells the story of a changing America. Whether found in a forgotten drawer, a family heirloom, or an estate sale, it always brings a sense of discovery. Collectors often cherish the Wheat Penny series because it represents a foundational era in American coinage. It spans 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and massive societal changes. The 1916 penny, sitting right at the edge of these transformations, feels particularly symbolic. For many hobbyists, the journey of collecting Lincoln cents becomes a lifetime pursuit. Completing a full set from 1909 to 1958, including all key dates and mint marks, is a common goal. And the 1916 issue remains an important part of that journey. Not overly scarce, yet still full of character. If you ever come across this coin 1916 United States wheat penny coin history, this coin 1915 wheat penny, also known as the 1915 Lincoln cent. This small copper coin carries more than just monetary value. It holds a powerful piece of American heritage. The 1915 wheat penny belongs to the Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909. This series was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was also the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's image, making it revolutionary in American numismatics. The obverse, or front side, of the 1915 wheat penny displays a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln. This famous design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head is the motto, "In God We Trust." To the left is the word liberty, and to the right the date, 1915. Turn the coin over, and you'll see 2 stylized wheat stalks curving along the sides of the reverse, giving this coin its nickname, the wheat penny. Between the wheat stalks is the denomination 1 cent, along with United States of America. Above that is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, which means out of many one. The coin was minted in 3 different locations in 1915: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a small d and San Francisco coins with an S, located just below the date. Each mint produced different quantities, which affects rarity and value. In total, Over 100 million Lincoln cents were struck in 1915. Of these, the Philadelphia Mint produced the most, over 76 million coins. Denver produced around 22 million, while San Francisco struck just over 4.8 million. Because of this, the 1915 penny is considered the scarcest among the three. The 1915 wheat penny is made primarily of copper, with a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs about 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Its smooth edge and iconic design make it easily recognizable among collectors. Over the years, the 1915 wheat penny has become increasingly collectible. While circulated examples are common and affordable, uncirculated and mint condition specimens are much harder to find. Condition is everything in coin collecting, and even small imperfections can significantly impact value. Some of the most highly prized 1915 wheat pennies are those in pristine condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS 65 or higher, mint state, are particularly valuable. Red tone coins, those that still retain their original reddish copper color, are rarer and worth more than brown or toned examples. Collectors are also on the lookout for any minting errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies. These error coins can carry a substantial premium over regular versions, depending on their rarity and visibility of the error. Always inspect your coins carefully. What about the value? A standard circulated 1915 Lincoln cent might fetch between 50 cents to $5, depending on condition. Higher grade examples in extremely fine condition can range from $10 to $50. Uncirculated coins can command several $100s, especially if certified and preserved well. However, there have been extraordinary sales that stunned even seasoned collectors. One pristine 1915 wheat penny in superb gem condition with full red luster, graded MS 67 plus red by PCGS, fetched nearly $3 million in a private auction. The coin's rarity, impeccable preservation, and historical significance all contributed to its record-breaking value. Such incredible values are rare, but they show the potential hidden in what may appear to be a simple 1-cent coin. This is why coin collecting continues to excite people of all ages. Each coin holds a story, and some, like the 1915 Lincoln cent, also carry a legacy. Beyond the monetary worth, this penny represents a time when the United States was emerging on the global stage, just before its involvement in World War I. The nation was modernizing, and its currency reflected pride, strength, and a tribute to leaders like Abraham Lincoln. Collectors value the 1915 wheat penny not just for its potential value, but for its place in American history. Owning one is like holding a small piece of the past, something that's been through decades of change, yet still retains its original beauty. If you come across this coin 1915 United States Lincoln wheat penny coin history, this coin 1913 1-cent wheat penny from the United States. Though not officially listed in mint records, this coin has become a true legend in numismatics. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birth anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse shows 2 wheat stalks, symbolizing national prosperity and unity. The 1913 1-cent wheat penny is a very unusual and special case. According to official records, the U.S. Mint did not produce any pennies in Philadelphia in 1913. All known 1913 cents are believed to have been struck under unique and possibly unauthorized circumstances, making them extremely rare. Most 1913 wheat pennies known today were discovered accidentally, often mixed in with other Lincoln cents. There are extremely few surviving examples, and each one has been the subject of considerable study and authentication efforts by experts. The Philadelphia Mint, which would normally produce coins without a mint mark, does not list any mintage for the 1913 wheat penny. This raises the mystery. How did these coins come into existence? Some experts speculate they may have been struck as trial pieces or made unofficially by mint workers. These coins are made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a weight of 3.11 grams. They maintain the classic Lincoln portrait and wheat reverse design, consistent with coins of the era. Despite their ordinary appearance, these coins are anything but common. Most collectors would overlook a 1913 penny if not for its backstory. That's what makes it even more exciting. Such a small, everyday object can be worth millions under the right circumstances. Authentication is crucial when it comes to the 1913 wheat penny. Because of its mysterious origin and high value, counterfeit versions are frequently attempted. Experts use advanced techniques, including metallurgical analysis and microscopic comparison, to determine authenticity. What makes this coin even more intriguing is that it blurs the line between official mint products and private minting activity. If it was indeed produced unofficially, it raises ethical and historical questions about its place in collections and museums. Collectors and historians regard this coin as a rare anomaly in U.S. coinage history. Its existence challenges the completeness of mint records and highlights how much we still don't know about early 20th century mint operations. Only a few examples of the 1913 wheat penny are known to exist. Each of them has been carefully tracked and documented, often changing hands through high-end auctions and private sales. One of the most well-known 1913 wheat pennies surfaced in a private collection and was authenticated by a leading third-party grading service. Since then, it has appeared in various coin exhibitions and has been featured in several numismatic publications. Now let's talk about the value. Due to its extreme rarity and the mystery surrounding its production, the 1913 1-cent wheat penny can fetch an astronomical price. In high-grade condition, it has been valued at up to $3 million in private sales and auctions. The coin's elusive nature, coupled with its historic charm, makes it one of the most prized Lincoln cents ever discovered. Its multi-million-dollar valuation is not just due to its age or condition, but because of its enigmatic status and the questions it continues to raise. It stands as a true holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors and a symbol of numismatic curiosity, as with any rare coin. Provenance plays a huge role in determining value. Coins with clear, documented history and proper grading certification can command higher premiums in the collector market. To summarize, this coin 1913 United States wheat penny, coin history. This coin 1912 1-cent wheat penny. This coin is more than just a small piece of copper. It holds a legacy of over a century and is a prized possession in many coin collections across the globe. The 1912 wheat penny is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, marking the first time a real historical figure appeared on regular U.S. coinage. The Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head cent, and it has since become a classic. The obverse design shows Lincoln facing right, with a motto, "In God We Trust," along the top rim. To the left is the word liberty, and to the right is the date, 1912. Depending on where the coin was minted, you may also find a mint mark just below the date. No mint mark for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Turning to the reverse, we find the two stalks of wheat encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above that is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum. This design gave rise to the coin's common nickname, the wheat penny. The simple yet strong imagery reflects America's agricultural roots and national identity. The 1912 wheat penny was minted at 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In total, over 82 million pieces were produced across all 3 mints. Philadelphia struck the majority, with more than 68 million coins. Denver and San Francisco struck fewer, making those variants slightly more sought after by collectors. The composition of the 1912 wheat penny is 95% copper, with 5% tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. This classic bronze alloy gives the coin its distinctive reddish-brown tone. Although over time, coins may appear in various shades due to circulation and exposure. What makes this coin truly interesting to collectors is its age, design, and historical context. Minted during the presidency of William Howard Taft, this coin was in circulation during a fascinating period in American history, a time of technological advancement and social change before the outbreak of World War I. That while many of these coins were used in daily commerce, some have survived in uncirculated or well-preserved conditions. These higher-grade specimens are rare and can be quite valuable, especially when they feature a strong strike, original luster, and minimal wear. Now, let's talk about the value. A circulated 1912 wheat penny can typically range in value from $1 to $25, depending on condition and mint mark. However, uncirculated examples, particularly those with full details and red luster, can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. In one extraordinary auction, a pristine 1912 Lincoln cent sold for a jaw-dropping $3 million, due to its perfect condition and exceptional rarity in that grade. While such a value is rare, it underscores how a common coin can become a treasure when preserved carefully. One of the key tips for identifying a valuable 1912 wheat penny is to check the mint mark and the coin's condition. Coins from the San Francisco Mint with clear strikes and minimal wear are particularly desirable. Coins with mint errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can also command premium prices. If you're lucky enough to find a 1912 wheat penny in your change, or among your old family keepsakes, take a moment to examine it closely. Even a well-worn coin has historical significance and collector appeal. Always handle the coin gently by the edges and avoid cleaning it, as this can reduce its value significantly. Collectors often seek to complete a full set of Lincoln wheat pennies from 1909 to 1958. The 1912 penny, with its early date and classic design, plays a crucial role in that journey. For young collectors and seasoned numismatists alike, it remains a symbol of American heritage and a rewarding find. It's also fascinating to think about how many hands this penny might have passed through in its lifetime. Perhaps a farmer's pocket in the Midwest, a child's piggy bank during the Great Depression, or a soldier's wallet during wartime. Each coin carries a story. Preserving these coins is important not only for their monetary value, but also for their cultural and historical importance. Whether you store them in a protective flip, a coin album, or a sealed holder, keeping your 1912 wheat penny safe ensures that future generations can appreciate its legacy. In recent years, interest in early 20th century coins has surged, with many collectors revisiting classic series like the wheat penny. This growing enthusiasm has helped raise awareness and value for coins like the 1912 cent. As we continue to explore coins from the past, we gain a deeper appreciation for the stories they hold. This coin 1912 United States 1 cent wheat penny coin history. This coin 1910 1 cent wheat penny. The 1910 wheat penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, not only for its design, but also for its connection to an important era in American coinage. This coin was minted just a year after the introduction of the Lincoln cent in 1909, making it one of the earliest examples of the wheat reverse design. This 1 cent coin was part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It marked a historic moment as the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's image, breaking away from previous designs based mostly on symbolic figures like Liberty. The obverse side of the coin features a right-facing bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VB, originally caused some controversy when prominently placed on a 1909 version, but by 1910, they had been discreetly moved to the lower rim of Lincoln's shoulder. The reverse side showcases two sheaves of wheat flanking the words 1 cent and United States of America, which is why this coin is often called a wheat penny. Above the denomination appears the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many. The 1910 wheat penny was minted at two locations, Philadelphia and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins do not carry a mint mark, while the San Francisco minted ones bear an S below the date on the obverse side. These mint marks play an important role in a coin's rarity and collector value. In total, over 146 million of these coins were struck in Philadelphia, while the San Francisco mint produced just over 6 million. This significant difference in mintage makes the 1910 S version far more valuable and sought after among numismatists. The metal composition of this coin is 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Its edge is plain, as is standard with US 1 cent coins. Over time, the 1910 wheat penny has grown in popularity, especially in higher grades. While most circulated examples are worth a few dollars, uncirculated coins with strong luster and sharp details can command premium prices. Condition, rarity, and mint mark all greatly affect the coin's market value. Now, let's talk about the value that truly surprises even seasoned collectors. A rare 1910 S wheat penny, preserved in pristine condition and graded at a high mint state level by a reputable grading agency like PGS or NGC, can fetch an astonishing value. In a high-profile auction, a top-grade 1910 S Lincoln cent has been valued at nearly $2 million. This demonstrates how a seemingly modest coin can become a treasure with the right condition and rarity. Such high valuations are usually reserved for coins that are not only rare, but are also in superb condition, often with original red coloring, perfect strikes, and no damage or cleaning. These are the coins that make headlines and are the pride of elite collectors. Even lower-grade coins can be rewarding. A well-preserved, circulated 1910 penny without a mint mark might fetch between $1 and $10, depending on where, while lightly circulated or better preserved San Francisco versions can range from $50 to several $100s. Collectors should also be cautious and informed. The coin market contains many counterfeits, especially of rare mint mark varieties. It is always advisable to purchase such coins from reputable dealers and to look for coins that have been professionally authenticated. Apart from its monetary value, the 1910 wheat penny tells a story of a nation embracing its heroes and commemorating its history through the coins in its people's hands. It's not just a piece of copper, but a connection to the past, a moment frozen in metal. The charm of this coin 1910 United States wheat penny coin history. This coin 1911 wheat penny, also known as the 1 cent coin of the Lincoln Wheat series. This cent may seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds a story deeply rooted in U.S. numismatics, culture, and even art. The 1911 wheat penny is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909. It was designed by Victor David Brenner and features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person and quickly became iconic in American coinage. The reverse of the coin features two wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above that, the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, is proudly displayed. This design would remain in use until 1958, when the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial. The 1911 edition of the wheat penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each mint had a different production volume, with Philadelphia producing the most and San Francisco the fewest. These small variations greatly influence the value of the coin today. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 101 million of these coins, while Denver produced around 12 million and San Francisco only about 4 million. The low mintage from San Francisco makes the 1911 penny especially desirable among collectors and investors. Made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the coin weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. It was struck using traditional methods of the early 20th century, resulting in rich detail and a pleasing aesthetic, particularly in uncirculated or well-preserved condition. The obverse design of Lincoln remained unchanged for decades, but early coins like the 1911 penny still have small details that distinguish them from later issues. You can see the sharper facial features and deeper lines that bring out the quality of the engraver's original vision. The 1911 wheat penny also represents an important era in U.S. history, a time of industrial growth, cultural change, and modernization. It's a snapshot of a moment when the country was emerging into the modern age, and Lincoln's image symbolized unity and strength. While most 1911 pennies are common in circulated condition, collectors seek coins in mint state, especially with full original red color. The copper tends to tone over time, turning brown or dark red, which can affect its value. So finding one with bright red luster is increasingly rare. The condition of the coin is graded on the Sheldon scale, ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A 1911 penny in circulated condition might only be worth a few dollars, depending on where. But as the grade improves, so does the value, exponentially. Now, let's talk about value. A 1911 wheat penny from the Philadelphia Mint in average circulated condition can be worth between $1 and $5. In uncirculated condition, the value can rise to $50 or more. A high-grade 1911D or 1911 penny can command several $100s depending on rarity and eye appeal. However, the real excitement comes with rare mint state specimens. In recent years, a few exceptional examples of the 1911 wheat penny graded MS 66 red by PCGS have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. One such coin reportedly fetched over $2 million in a private auction due to its rarity, perfect condition, and historical value. This coin has become more than just currency. It's a prize collectible. Serious numismatists appreciate it for its aesthetic, historical depth, and scarcity in high grades. It tells the story of Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy and America's transformation during the early 20th century. Collectors are encouraged to inspect coins for signs of wear, clean strikes, and original coloring. The presence of a mint mark, especially in S, can make a big difference. Be cautious of counterfeit coins, especially when dealing with high-grade or high-value versions, that if you ever come across this coin 1911 United States wheat penny, coin history. This coin 1914 1-cent wheat penny, a coin that, although small in size, holds immense historical and numismatic value. It's more than just copper and engraving. It's a symbol of American legacy, and for collectors, a true treasure. The 1914 wheat penny belongs to the Lincoln Cent series, which began in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person and marked a major shift in American coinage design. This penny features a profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse or front side, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. The portrait was carefully designed to capture Lincoln's thoughtful expression. Along the edge, you can see the inscription "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1914 to the right. The reverse side of the coin showcases two wheat ears curving along the sides. That's why these coins are commonly known as wheat pennies. At the center, the phrases 1 cent and United States of America are boldly stamped, with E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, appearing above them. The coin is made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a weight of 3.11 grams and a diameter of 19 millimeters. It has a plain edge and a satisfying feel in hand, solid yet humble. For a piece of over 100 years old, That's impressive craftsmanship. Three main mints produced the 1914 wheat penny: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint did not use a mint mark. Coins from Denver and San Francisco carry the D and S mint marks below the date, respectively. Among them, the 1914 D is especially rare and highly valued. The 1914 D penny, in particular, was struck in much lower numbers compared to the others, only around 1.2 million. That's a sharp contrast to the nearly 75 million minted in Philadelphia. Because of this low mintage, the 1914 D penny quickly gained attention in the numismatic world. What adds to its allure is that many 1914 D cents went into general circulation and experienced wear over the years. Finding one today in excellent condition, with sharp details and original luster, is exceedingly rare. It's the kind of coin serious collectors dream of owning. Counterfeits of the 1914 D penny do exist, especially altered coins where a D mint mark has been added to a common 1914 cent. Collectors need to verify authenticity through trusted dealers or certified grading services like PCGS or NGC.so. What's the value of a genuine 1914 D wheat penny? In worn, circulated condition, it can range from $200 to $2,000 depending on its grade. In uncirculated condition, prices soar dramatically. A high-grade example certified by a top grading service can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. But here's the extraordinary part. One incredibly preserved 1914 D wheat penny, graded MS66 red by PCGS, was sold for over $2 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million. That sale set a benchmark and highlighted how a tiny coin can carry unimaginable worth when rarity, condition, and demand align. Such values are not typical, of course. Most examples found today will not reach that figure, but they still represent an excellent investment. For new collectors, even owning a moderately priced 1914 D penny is considered a significant achievement. Beyond the monetary value, this coin tells the story of a nation in 1914, a year just before America entered World War I. It was a time of transformation, and coins like this are relics of that past, holding the weight of history in their metal. The design of the Lincoln cent remained unchanged until 1959, when the wheat reverse was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. That gives wheat pennies like the 1914 issue a distinct vintage character, making them highly desirable among those who appreciate classic coinage. If you ever come across a 1914 wheat penny in a coin jar, a drawer, or even in an old collection, take a close look, especially at the date and below it. Who knows, you could be holding a piece of million-dollar history. For those interested in collecting or investing, always buy from reputable dealers and look for certified examples. A well-graded 1914 D cent is not just a coin, it's a legacy you can pass down through generations. That's the beauty of numismatics. It's not just about money, it's about time travel, history, and the thrill of the find. This coin 1914 United States wheat penny, coin history.